the Atreyu, like the artist. Hello and welcome to Stammeron with me, John. So today we're going to be opening a new pair of trainers. Let's go. So I don't know what everyone else has been up to, but it's been Easter here and my house with my children is full of eggs. So you may see some eggs around. Now I purchased the Hoka Skyward X. Now, one of the main reasons why, other than purchasing the Hoka Rocket X2s and being them fantastic, I saw these shoes in Skyward X and immediately drawn to the fact that Hoka. I've been drawn to the fact that Hoka have been really quite good. Some of the shoes in the past, not really got on with that well. Can't say I'm not a massive Hoka fan, haven't been a massive Hoka fan, but the Rocket X has kind of changed all that a little bit. So I thought I would give these a chance. Shoes are fairly typical standard box, so nothing amazing. So I paid £157 for these shoes. So let's take a look at these shoes. So I know that they're a cushioned everyday max stacked everyday shoe. Let's take a look. And immediately, I don't know if you get a sense of this, but the stack on these are absolutely huge. I mean, they are a thick shoe. I mean, that is a big old stack of a shoe on that. I don't really know if you can really get a sense of just how big the stack is. I don't really have another shoe to hand to compare it to, but I mean, that has got to be at least 45 centimetre stack on that. So a 45 mil stack on that. So this is a truly max shoe. Now, I believe the foam in this. So one of the things that I didn't know about the shoe is this is a P-bar based foam on the shoe. So they haven't sort of scrimped on the shoe. I know it's a UVA mix as well, and there's a concaved plate in here as well. So it's the other way around. So instead of the plate sort of sitting like a kind of shape around the foot, it's kind of put in the other way, so it's kind of against the foot. So the idea about that is that as you step on the shoe, it kind of springs down and then up again. So instead of it being with the foot and then it kind of springs as you transition, it's actually like pressing down on something. So it kind of presses down and then it's supposed to spring you off your foot. And I really cannot express, and I don't know if you get the sense in the shoe already of how big the stack is in the shoe, and the forefoot in the shoe looks pretty big as well. So I probably think this looks to be about 40 as well in the front. So I reckon it's probably about 45, 40, 39, 45 something. So it's a proper stack shoe. There is a carbon plate in there. Don't know what these are here, so I don't know if that's support, but that feels, there's this red bit here. It feels like some kind of foam that you can push in there. So don't know if that's to support the plate. They act as like bands to support that springy feel in the plate. Definitely thicker coating of obviously support here on the outsole. The rubber's definitely thicker here. There's obviously some exposed foam, so I'm guessing that the carrier foam is this EVA stuff here, and then the PBA stuff is towards the top of the shoe. So it does look like a very interesting shoe. Definitely not doesn't look like a race shoe. I think this is definitely built to, that's my dog going past there. it's definitely built as a max stack shoe. It does look quite plush. Take out this insole bit here. These are a size 9. I believe they're roughly about 300 and something grams, 310 grams. So it does feel like a weighty shoe, but I'm hoping that all this foam on the shoe kind of negates the weight. So what I mean by that is that as you push down, it gives you that transition and kind of makes the whole run experience quite effortless, really. So the tongue is not a gusseted tongue, or partly gusseted tongue. No, it's not. But the gusseted bit comes in these little strap bits here. So there's like this little strap element here that attaches to the side. And the heel counter is this heel flare. I do like this supportive heel flare on the Hokas. They are pretty good. So this actually looks like a kind of, definitely a kind of more of a plushy shoe. I wouldn't describe it as being ultra plush. This looks like a sort of hard to describe it. So this looks like a, this is going to sound a bit strange, but this looks like a performance everyday shoe. So what I mean by that is that if you're looking for a shoe where everything's plush, right? So you've got the heel counter and you've got all the foam padding in the heel counter, like, you know, it's quite a thick upper. This feels like it's quite a thin upper. So it's kind of more of a, definitely gone for a more of a performance style everyday shoe. So I don't know if that's a new sort of style shoe, but this definitely is, I think, potentially looking like it sort of competes with, definitely with the Invincible Run, definitely with the is it a Super Blast from Asics, you know, the kind of high stacked everyday shoe. Definitely think they're definitely competing with that. Surprised about the price in terms of £185 is still a lot of money for a shoe, but considering some of those shoes are like £200, £210, this actually comes, this has had a sort of come down a little bit in price, so I'd probably be expecting this to be around that £200 mark as well, but it's £185. I got it for £157, I think it was. So for £157, so far so good. Caveat to that, I wonder how well this foam will last on this shoe. Hoka's traditionally, for me, I found that the outsole does get scuffed up really easy, doesn't necessarily last that long. The Rocket X3, sadly, I think is a product of that as well, but I've done a video of how to protect your shoes, make them last a little bit longer. This is an everyday shoe, so I'm expecting this to last. I'll see what it's like. I'm going to take it out very, very shortly and see what this is like. But interesting shoe, definitely an interesting shoe. Really max stack shoe, like 40, it's at least 45, 46. 4 foot is about 46 as well, and yeah, I'm genuinely not sure what to think about the shoe. I either think this is going to be a fantastic, a brilliant shoe, or I either think it's going to be a heavy rock. I don't think there's going to be an in-between with the shoe. I just hope that Hoka, for me, can carry on the trend of producing some of these amazing shoes. So I'll take them out and let you know how we get on. So that was just a quick overview of the shoe. I will do another video on the shoes where, you know, I'll definitely talk about the shoe, what it was like, and, you know, I'll put the stats and things up. So this is just kind of more of what are my sort of first impressions of the shoe. And first impressions is definitely a different shoe. It's a max stack shoe. I don't think I've got a shoe like this. The only other shoe I can think where it's this chunky and this big is the Adistar, but I'm hoping that, and that is a good shoe by the way, I'm hoping that this is sort of like a performance everyday shoe. And on that note, please don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.